Now at 5, the lead TBI investigator returns to the stand as Zach Adams' attorney tries to poke holes in the prosecution's case.
Coming up.
Thank you, Jenny. Local in Mississippi, a 6-year-old girl died after a one-vehicle rollover crash in Marshall County. Fish, thank you. A local crime alert. A dozen gang members busted in what the DOJ says was a drug trafficking ring connected to pharmacy robberies. Investigators say the 12 suspects were part of the Concrete Street cartel.
Good Sunday morning and welcome to another edition of Local 24 This Week. I'm Brandon Artiles. State legislators are in their off season, and while lawmakers are back to their day-to-day lives, they're setting the stage when the Assembly returns to session in January. And for Republicans, a shift in leadership hangs in the balance.
This Saturday, the Memphis Tigers will host UCLA right here in the Mid-South. And right before the game, Local 24 will host a pregame show with all you need to be prepared for to watch it.
A wonderful day here in the city of Memphis, certainly for the Catholic faithful here as they celebrate their new shepherd, their new pastor, Bishop Martin D. Holly, accepting the papal mandate today and now carrying the crozier for the Catholic Diocese of Memphis. For Father Jose Cruz as well as Father Clarence Williams, I'm Brandon Artiles. Thank you for joining us today. Have a good night and God bless.
2016 AutoZone Liberty Bowl Parade.
And for today's broadcast, we're joining you live from the upper patio of Alfred's on world-famous Beale Street here in Memphis. We do want to thank Alfred's for giving us access, letting us borrow this wonderful view, a beautiful bird's-eye view of the parade below.
Good day, Memphis traffic anchor Chelsea Chandler. She's at the main stage.
Yeah, she's talking about the traffic up on the stage, you know, bands coming and going and everybody moving along up there. But first, we want to get into the crowd. We're heading to the crowds now with Local 24's Kelly Cook to give us a good idea of how people are taking in so much fun tonight. Kelly, I imagine you're getting in on it.
A local consumer alert for nearly half of everyone in the Mid-South. State leaders want you to take a look at this website. It's EquifaxSecurity2017.com. This is the only legit website to see if you are one of the 143 million people affected by the recent Equifax data breach. Earlier this month, Equifax reported hackers stole personal information. After new statistics show a record number of Tennesseans died from drug overdoses in 2016. 1,631 people died last year, which represented a 12% increase compared to the 1,451 who died in 2015. Local 24's Brad Broders is live in Raleigh. Brad, good evening. How are organizations coming together to fight to reverse these numbers? And just a few moments ago, John laid it out for us. There's heavy rain in the forecast, but the Memphis Tigers 2017 home opener tomorrow night is still a go. Good evening. I'm Brandon Artiles.
And I'm Katina Rankin. U of M athletics leaders said while the rain at the Liberty Bowl for fans may be uncomfortable, the forecast won't be unsafe.
Local 24's Brad Broders is live at the Liberty Bowl tonight. Brad, good evening. Any real consideration of a possible rescheduling here?
Shook Mexico City today.
Incredibly intense here. At least 140 people are dead, and the number is expected to rise as people dig through the rubble of collapsed buildings. Nearly 4 million people are without power tonight. The epicenter of the quake was only about 75 miles from Mexico City.
Good thing about it getting this hot this time of year,
Lay it on us. Tell us the good part.
You know we gotta be getting close.
We getting close?
Gotta be
What?
getting close.
I'm missing
to the
it.
end of summer.
It's like, you know, you go, it's like going up the roller coaster. You
Okay.
Click, 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 and it's going to get real hot, and then we're going to go down, right?
Clink,
Gonna
clink,
go-
clink, 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 clink.
Yeah, you want to move?
From that song.
Let's speed that up.
Let's talk about a little dancing.
Let's do it. All right. Dance is a way of expressing yourself, but it can also brighten someone else's day.
That's right. Coming up.
How do you keep them grounded? How can you keep them? I mean, they got to be really excited. Riley Ferguson's getting all this attention now.
Easily, once you get smacked upside the head by another team.
All right. Well, Southern Illinois might have it. All right. Thank you, Doc. All right. So how hot is it going to get for the first day of fall?
Janice up next with the answer. That's in a 7-day forecast.
Security almost doesn't let you in because they don't think you're a player. Hashtag kicker problems. That is tough. He will make his NFL debut tonight with the Cincinnati Bengals. He'll face another former Tiger, Alan Cross, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
If he kicks for them the way he did with Memphis, the
I think
security
he'll
will
be okay.
figure it out pretty quick.
They'll quickly know who he is.
It's Local 24 this week with Brandon Artiles.
Good Sunday morning and welcome to another edition of Local 24 This Week. I'm Brandon Artiles. Is it good to have this many Republicans in the race to make it this competitive? Is it drawing attention to the race in your eyes?
Oh, yeah, I think it's actually a great thing.
It is an honorable profession, and people have respect for the police force, but there may be a disconnect in trust. And we have these instances where Darius Stewart last year, even Jonathan Bratcher a few weeks ago. Tell me about how are you trying to build trust, build that bridge with the communities that you serve every day?
Well, you know know what? I've attended a lot of community meetings.
We have the Shelby County Commission that has now pledged support to the city. We also have this list of faith and spiritual leaders, about 150 that are really in contact, wrote a letter to the Tennessee Historical Commission. Lee, as this continues to evolve, where this is going, is this what the people want? Is this what folks are looking for in seeing the statue situation come to a resolution?
Well, yeah, I believe so.
And Local 24's Chief Meteorologist John Bryan joins me now. And John, I know you've been following this and you've told us she's headed our way. So exactly when is Irma going to, or what's left of her, is going to hit us here in the Mid-South?
You know, it's not going to be long. As a matter of fact, just a few hours, we're seeing some of those outer bands entering northeast Mississippi right.
Starting at about 6:15 all the way up through about 10:30. That's how long traffic was blocked there on I-40 over the Mississippi River. He described it as a success. He told Kelly Cook this was a success, but it's just the start of a conversation, and it's part of what happened at the end of that, where they were talking about that this is illegal, and that was maybe one of the things that was discussed with the protesters on the bridge. Again, no arrests were made in this. There were no arrests. There was no violence, no physical altercations between protesters and police. It ended peacefully, and right now, as it stands, traffic by Interstate I-40 over the Mississippi River open in both directions.
There's a Local 24 breaking news alert.
And Local 24's Kelly Cook joins us now live in South Haven, Mississippi with the very latest on this very fluid situation. Kelly, pretty standard scene at a hospital, but it's certainly ramped up because of the dire situation with these two deputies. We understand one is in critical condition. Now we're receiving reports that the suspect involved in this has been shot. We're trying to determine if that suspect has actually been killed as a result of what happened tonight. But again, two deputies from DeSoto County were shot at this Kroger in South Haven earlier this evening.